Alright, so this might be a little sketchy. It's kind of windy out today, so the whole recording and driving thing while trying to smoke a fucking cancer stick at the same time is a little tricky. And there's some black ice out there, so I can't get on it like I did on the Oldsmobile. But, I was planning on doing this anyway, but Kyle Chelino requested it. If I'm saying your last name right, bud. So he just spent 90 bucks at the gas station. I had a quarter tank when I got here. I'm still not all the way filled up. But I figured I'd do a little drive for you. Try and reposition my phone there. Sorry, I'm trying here to get a little bit better situated. Alrighty. This thing needs some exhaust work. When I took it downstate last time, I think I blew a couple holes in my Y pipe. It's got the thrush welded on it, but it's kind of a faulty exhaust. Like the muffler's in great shape. It's only a couple months old, but the pipe is pretty fuckered up. That's a nice fucking truck. China shipping. Fucking waiting for traffic. Kind of a big bitch. She's a little hard to whip around. EcoBust. My phone kind of resting on like what the center section of my steering wheel, so when I adjust the wheel because of the shitty tie rod ends, it kind of gives it that lean, make y'all feel like you're riding a bike or something. If I should point you all out the window so you can kind of see, or just pointing at the speedo. I mean, I guess it kind of gives you good reference as to what the truck sounds like in the cab at what speeds and what RPMs it runs at with what speeds. This truck has 354 gears, I believe. Not too shaky. I guess I could kind of not rest it on the steering wheel. getting some money from that for better camera gear and everything, but I am going to be doing a Patreon on my new channel called Drunk Uncle Productions, and that's me and my buddy Steve. We're going to get that going, and I'll tell y'all more about that later, probably on that actual channel, but I might put the link to that channel in the description. My last video, which I ended up taking down, I kind of told y'all that I'm going to be done with this channel just because of some stuff going on, you know. Shit happens. Life ain't easy, but a really good friend of mine gave me some money to get downstate. I'm going to pay him back, and that way I don't have to sell my ID diesel engine. I don't have to sell my snowmobiles, and I never was going to sell the Bolins. That was the one thing that I was not going to get rid of, was that 73 Bolins. So there was a bit of throttle, little over half. Like I said, there's kind of some black icing spots on the road, so I got to be real careful. But this old girl gets up and moves along pretty good. Sure is beautiful up here, though. About the same bit of throttle I gave it last time, just held it out for a little bit longer. It's not an absolute speed demon, but the thing I like about this truck is it does exactly what it just did with, 3,500 pound load on it, 1,000 pounds in the back, 2,500, behind it, and it doesn't lag any more than it just did. That's what's really nice about this truck. This is one thing that I will say it does better than the 318. The 318 don't really accelerate quite that fast, but it still does really good. I still love the 318. It's one of the best engines ever built. In my opinion, it's got to be just about the best gasoline engine ever built. So that'll do it for this video, and if you like the channel, there's a popo right there. If you like the channel, don't go away. Keep subscribing, because eventually I am coming back. But it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months, it could be a year and 6 months. I really don't know. But thank y'all. Like I said in my last video, my 203 somebody left once I posted the video, said that when I said I was done, somebody click the unsubscribe button. But, I mean, I can't really say blame them. You know, if somebody says they're done making videos and everything, then, you know, it's the point. Clean up your list. You know, get more important stuff there in your feed on YouTube. But yeah, if you like the channel, you know, don't go away. I'm not deleting the channel. I will be back eventually. But it's going to be a while. And I'll post a link to my new channel in the description. And you guys can see me on there if you're interested in learning kind of how to record music, or interested in bass guitars or just music gear in general. That's kind of the direction that channel is going to go. Kind of on a new chapter in my life right now. And I'm excited about it. I mean, I'm a little bummed out. I wanted to do more with this channel here. That lighter actually still works, believe it or not. Although it doesn't pop out until it's like really, really hot. Then it goes flying underneath the seat. But yeah, this window already fogged up pretty quick. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry this one was not nearly as good of quality as the Oldsmobile video. The roads were a lot better that day. I could get on the car more, show you more of what it would do. Where this thing, if I really put it right to the floor, I'd end up, you know, breaking loose on the tires and doing a fucking 180 on a main highway with a lot of semis. And that ain't something I'm really, you know, well, not really in my plans for today, of getting smucked by a fucking semi or going off into a ditch. But yeah, I might do a couple more videos of this thing here and there once I get downstate and the roads are a little bit better down there. One of these days, maybe I will do like a true 0 to 60 video for you guys, where I just put the fucker right to the floor, just whop, all the way, and see what it'll do. I think this thing would probably do 0 to 60 in 12 seconds, all the way to the floor, if you had traction. It does pretty good for a 3/4 ton truck. Maybe not as good as like a Ford with a 351 or a Chevy 350. When you compare this to the all other American trucks in its class, this is probably the slowest one. But at the same time, this one is, you can get a really heavy load moving, and I'd feel safer towing more in this than I would in a Chevy or Ford. Just because it does have enough get up and go at the lower RPM. It just kind of lacks at higher RPM, where that's really where the Fords especially, that's where they really shine. Is it like the higher RPM, you know, 3,500 to 6,500 RPM when they're screaming. That's where they make a lot of torque, where this thing, as you saw from me getting on it, where that, it shifted out of second gear at, I think, 3750. And that's really hitting the top end of the power band in these trucks. Not so much the 360, but especially the 318. By the time you're at 37, 4,000 RPM, it's ready to, it's time to shift. It'll keep revving higher after that, but you're not really being productive. You'll get where you're going faster if you let off the throttle, let it shift, and then kick it back down again. So that's it for this video, and really it for this channel for quite some time. So I really appreciate you guys. I will be back eventually. I ain't gonna hold it against any of you if you quit subscribing. I don't blame you at all. But I will be back. So alrighty, thank you all very much. It's been a lot of fun over the last 7 years doing this, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.